Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about why I quit the restaurant industry. The restaurant industry has been good to me. It is one of the reasons why I have the real estate that I have. It's one of the reasons why I have the investments that I have in the stock market. It's one of the reasons why I'm able to live the life that I live today. The restaurant industry picked me up when I basically left Amazon. The restaurant industry paid me more when I left Amazon. The restaurant industry paid me when I left the army. The restaurant industry would take me back in a heartbeat today and pay me more than I'm making at my current job. But the restaurant industry also requires 50 to 60 hours a week. The restaurant industry requires that I don't have holidays, vacations, and anything like that. The restaurant industry requires you to like and subscribe and comment on this video because it truly helps the channel grow. Now, with that being said, the restaurant industry, again, has been great to me in terms of pay, but I've been great to it in terms of hours worked. In fact, I've worked so many hours sometimes that I was probably making $13 an hour at one point because I am on salary when working in the restaurant industry. Shockingly enough, there was a job that was offering me $25 an hour, and I had turned that down because I would only work 40 hours a week, which wouldn't be sufficient compared to what I was making in the restaurant industry. But now, for the same work-life balance, I have taken a job that allows me to live a life worth living outside of work. And of course, the money, I'm able to live on that with all of my other investments and everything else that is going for me. But with that being said, when it came to investing, especially when it comes to investing in real estate, you want to make as much money as possible. And so a lot of the times, especially when I was very, very hungry for profits, I would go to the restaurant industry to get the biggest checks, the biggest income statements that I could possibly get in order to push that towards real estate investments, right? So let's say I was working at Chase Bank and I was making $65,000 a year. In order to buy a property that I was truly interested in, I might go to, I'll just use this as an example, Waffle House. That will pay me $80,000 a year. And Waffle House paying me $80,000 a year, I'm working so much more than I did at Chase. Believe it. Believe that I'm working so much more. But with the $80,000, I'm now able to qualify for the home. I'm now able to rent it out. I'm now able to offset that cost. I'm now able to buy even more property because now that the cost of the debt has been offsetted by the rent, I can go ahead and buy and purchase more real estate. And then they're able to take my profits and use that to add to my monthly income, which then increases how much real estate I can buy. And so the cycle just continues. And so, yes, I was sacrificing my body, I was sacrificing my health, I was sacrificing my time, and I was sacrificing my relationships in order to make money. And that's what the restaurant industry did. That's what the restaurant industry does. Waking up at 4 a.m. is not for the weak. Waking up at 3 a.m. is not for the weak. In fact, being at work at 3:30 in the morning is not for the weak. That's starting. And then you're not leaving until 5 p.m. And then imagine if your manager didn't show up, right? And when I say your manager, I was the GM, so they were my associates essentially. Imagine if they didn't show up and I had to stay there until 12. You're doing a 3 a.m. to 12, and then you got to be back the next day at 4 a.m. No, 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 not going back to that life. And then it was just so repetitive. I mean, days flew by because all you did was work. So that was great. You couldn't spend any money because all you did was work. So that was great. And then when it came to your real estate, when it came to your investments, somehow I found time to look at those, at least online. But it would be the pitch black dead of night when I would go and look at these properties. I mean, I was a workaholic, but not because I wanted to be, probably because I had to be. And then at times when I was getting ready to buy, I wanted to be. It was the only focus. It was my only drive. It was my only ambition. I cut everything off to a bare minimum. I didn't spend money on water. I mean, I didn't know how I was surviving. In fact, the food in my house that I thought I needed groceries for became food that would last me 2 months. Because when it came to purchasing real estate, I was locked in. And then every time I made something happen. But now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. Even without the job that I work today, if I was just to stay at home, I'd still be comfortable. And, the job only allows me to bridge that gap even more. And what I mean by bridging that gap is it's allowing me to not only invest a whole lot more, but it's also allowing me to save a whole lot more. And then year over year, that just compounds and allows me to offset my debt with actual income coming in. And so I just have a load of money that I get from the job that I don't need to put towards anything whatsoever. In fact, it only goes towards investments, saving, and additional payments. And so now I can pick up hobbies. Now I can pick up different things and have a well-rounded life, a life that's not just revolved around business, but now revolved around fun, excitement, and other things that I never took part in or partook in when I was on the grind or trying to get to where I am today. And so obviously you still see the drive, you still see the ambition, you still see me staying up to do videos like these, you still see that I'll put in the extra work to do whatever it is that I put my mind to. But now it's for things that I love to do. Now it's for things that make me happy. Now it's for things that I'm motivated for. And it's not for the restaurant industry. I don't come home smelling like potatoes, and I actually have a life outside of work. And that is why I'm no longer in the restaurant industry. And as I get older, my body won't break down on me. I will physically be able to do the things that I want to do in life. And I'm so grateful that I am still young enough and still wise enough to make those type of decisions to where now I can live a life worth living. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.